Stop scrolling, my love. If I'm finding you and you're finding me, it means we are energetically aligned along your spirit team, only of the highest high, only of love and light. Call on Archangel Michael. We're in the process of letting it go. We're in the process of it. There's an attachment here. There's an attachment that's unhealthy, but you're in the process of releasing yourself from all unhealthy attachments. And this is difficult because it's like codependence, or even just a slight remote bit of dependency versus independence and freedom. It's like living in excess versus, just having what you need. I'm also getting like societal things, like this could be about like a coming recession that's coming in. I almost said regression, but this is about like society. They're showing me like things about society. There's gonna be more people going through separation and unhappy relationships because more truths are gonna be coming out. People are gonna feel very disconnected. They're gonna realize that this is about their inner child, their childhood, that they never learned how to be that emotionally intelligent person, how to like figure out what their own emotions are telling them and what they need, or what their body is telling them and what they need. For some people, the anxiety, what I'm getting here is that for some people, anxiety is actually more about like messages that people are ignoring because you have too much on your plate. You need to learn more boundaries so that way your wish can come true, so that way you can come into your wish fulfillment. Like for some people, panic attacks are actually, and I'm getting that this is for you, that for sometimes the panic attack is something, it's like a message that's coming in and you don't want to hear it. So your guides are saying like you're in the middle right now, you're teetering on like, do I release the anxiety? Do I listen to the anxiety? Because the anxiety is actually like societal expectations versus the message, which is like, you don't have to do anything for anybody, and you don't have to be anything for anybody. Like, at least people that don't reciprocate your energy. Remember that your energy is your currency. You need an equal exchange of energy in every single relationship, every single one. Page of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so I'm getting that there's like there's a lot of immature relationships where they're very gossipy. And again, there's talking about the living in excess because of the loneliness, because this could be you and this could be the people around you. But it's mostly, I'm getting that it's like people around you, they're people who are projecting towards you. And it's like they are so lonely in their life and they're so imbalanced. Your guides are saying that you're procrastinating. You're procrastinating and you're accepting, like Knight of Swords in reverse, like you're saying that the rude, aggressive behavior is okay. Whatever this arrogance is, you're saying it's okay because you're not really speaking up. Page of Cups, they also have a very neglected inner child, but the way that theirs is, I guess, projecting or manifesting is very different, very, very different from yours. Like yours is maybe a people pleaser, or feeling like it's difficult for you to find that independence or alone time or anything like that. For them, it's like, how do I control every single situation around me, So again, they're talking about like the not listening to your spirit team because of your own insecurities. And they're saying, remember your own insecurities are a manifestation of the wounded inner child. And the reason why the inner child is still wounded, even though you've been this far on your journey, like the person I'm talking to is so far along in their healing journey. You're so far along in your healing journey. But there's still like stuff about family that is left unresolved. And they're showing me an imposter syndrome here. You're extremely abundant. I feel like you are very like well off. There's so much security and stability in your life. You are a very generous person and you have good people around you. But some of the inner child work here that I'm getting is actually more about like how your inner child is still very angry about the lack of support that you received, or, you know, whatever that is. Like, yeah, Tower and indecision. It's just like, I'm doing so well now. Sorry, my hair is like insane right now. It's so humid where I am all of a sudden. But yeah, like, you're still upset about like all of like the lack of support that you received when you were younger, which brought in so much instability. And there's a part of you that's like understanding because that's what was going on. And, you know, you also have to consider like the emotional intelligence of the entire society at the time. And we know and understand that right now we are so advanced that it's like comparing apples and carrots, you know. It's like you can't compare them, you know. Yeah, so they went through life like feeling left out in the cold. They had complete lack of purpose, and they were like, that's the way it's done, so that's the way you're gonna do it. And you're over here like, how about not? Because that really sucked when I tried to play by your rules. You're ready for progress and you're ready for growth. You have the Three of Wands coming out in indecision. You really need to step into the space of like knowing that you are worthy. Imposter syndrome is more about you knowing who you are, that you are capable and able, and that you are all these wonderful things that you have like visions of or feel inside of you. But this is actually, the imposter syndrome is actually more about, do you believe the narrative that you grew up with, or you believe and trust your heart? That's really what this is about. And you trusting your heart, that is like the shift. That is like the switch that you're looking for, you're waiting for, or you're kind of going like, when am I gonna get it? Or when is this gonna happen? And you trusting your heart is when your mind is all of a sudden going to align. That's the King of Swords. That's the aligned head and the heart, logic and reason, right? And it's like, well, I'm gonna be disciplined about what I love. Yeah, now you have like, look at this. Now you have this, right? Now you have like Ace of Swords, King of Swords. And then you get into all of this like fresh new ideas. And honestly, once you like say, okay, I'm gonna follow my heart, I'm gonna follow this idea, I'm gonna follow this creativity, I'm gonna follow this like, you know, this what if, you know. And once you do that, things are gonna just like start to pop off for you. Like, it's like opening up double doors and the universe going like, oh, we've been waiting for you. Where have you been all this time? And you're like, I guess I was just on the other side of the door. Sorry it took me so long. I didn't know how to open the door. Silly me. So that's really what this reading for you and this time is for you right now. So if you're wondering about like, how do I get through this 999 portal or through this eclipse season, if that's what you were wondering, it's about like really stepping into the space of your heart and trusting that. Because I'll tell you what, everything in your head about what you think you're supposed to do or the fear that you have, all of those things, it's all about a very hurt and broken little masculine that is not confident, that is not strong. But maybe it's actually more about the fact that they were never told to be confident. They were never told to be strong. Or maybe they were never told to share. They were never validated in their feelings. And sometimes that's inside of us, and sometimes that's external. And knowing the difference is the really big thing right now. Knowing the difference of where that feeling inside of you is coming from. I love you so fucking much. I hope this helps you.